So I'm going to tread on a landmine here, which we sort of touched on before, didn't we? And I want to go into this because I think it's really important. But one of the things I find with families, or I've observed, is quite often you get this 1 or 2 generations of families that work really hard, have a good work ethic, and they do all the right things, and they've got strong values. And then all of a sudden we pop up with a generation that turns out to be spoiled and entitled. And quite often good people are left scratching their heads going, you know, my parents worked hard, we worked hard, we've just got these kids that just don't want to have a go. You know, we're really lacking that. And I know in the succession space, even just a sprinkling of entitlement in either generation can be catastrophic. It's just a real poison to things. And on the surface, and knowing the family and looking around, you seem to have raised a generation of hardworking, conscientious, but also really grateful children. Like I know when I had that conversation with Alex off the air, you know, he was just so grateful for the opportunity he's been given, not only to get an education, but also have the opportunity to come back and be able to take on the family business. But he really had this drive to say, but I want to make sure mum and dad are okay. And that's not as common as you'd think. So I know you talked about your parents, but how did you sort of raise the kids, do you think, in hindsight, to sort of eke out that potential of more entitlement?
I guess we were pretty strict with them. They've always had roles and responsibilities on the farm. When they came home and worked, they got paid for what they did. And I think that's important. And they worked for neighbours, and a lot of the time they just did things just out of the goodness of their heart too, which is, I think, is important about giving back. So that's what we sort of taught them.
And did you teach them, I'm guessing you taught them the value of money, you know, introducing the balance sheets, profit and losses, and having family meetings. They'd have understood the behind the scenes working of everything, and it's not just, you know, swipe the credit card and the magic bank gives you money.
Yeah, 100%. When we did grazing for profit, and the boys both did it as well, and they came home asking us about our figures and our direct costs and why they were so high. And yeah, working through budgets, you know, that's something they're learning as well, which I think is really important.